Morning, guys. Welcome back to a new adventure. So we're leaving the Mourne Mountains behind. We're heading over to the Ring of Gullion, over to a little mountain called Croslieve. It sits at about 308 metres. This whole area is completely steeped in so much history between hidden mass rocks, the little famine village that I came across on Google Maps. It just piqued my interest and I wanted to go and have a look at this. And the mountain itself. And there is a history backstory to that, but we'll talk about that when we get up to the mountain itself.
Continue on Glendesha Road for 3/4 of a mile.
So that's just going to start a wee hike off here, guys, up to the Mass Rock and the little famine village. So this place is called Carrive Forest. Out and back, it probably will be about a mile, maybe a mile's walk, maybe a mile and a half. But there's a lovely little boardwalk here as well, I've been told. So let's get our backpack on here and let's go have an adventure. So there you go, that's us coming up to the Mass Rock. So you don't know what a Mass Rock is. It's not a huge big rock. It's where a priest would have give mass. So during the Penal Law years of the late 1600s and 1700s, Catholics were forbidden to openly practice their faith. Priests celebrated mass in secret at these remote places like this, known as Mass Rocks. So local families would gather here, always watching for soldiers. So if they were discovered, both the priest and those attending would be risking severe punishment. So this whole area would have been patrolled with Redcoats, British Redcoats. They were called Redcoats because of their scarlet coloured uniforms and white sashes. I believe the altar will be down there. So we'll come back. We'll come back along this bottom path here. So you'll get a better view of this here. Right. Let's see if we can get to the little famine village. Hot today, guys. As much as it's overcast, it's very, very hot. Yeah, so that was a Mass Rock. We've cut down, see, just behind me here, this little path here behind me. We'll cut down that path there, and that'll take us down around the front of the Mass Rock, and you'll get a better look at it. I'll throw a drone up afterwards. Once we get down to this little famine village, well, it's called Carrive townland. This is part of Carrive townland. Dates back to 1600s, I believe. So yeah, we'll do a wee bit more when we're further on down this wee path here. I'll show you what this Croslieve Mountain looks like, and you can understand why it was such a strategic point for the Redcoats that used to sort of patrol this area, and also why the British forces decided to stick a watchtower up the top of that mountain there. So yeah, so that overlooked into South Armagh, and it also looked down into Fork Hill, where I believe there used to be a military base in Fork Hill as well. But yeah, we'll keep following this wee path. I believe if you want to go up there, you follow this little path here at the break of the path here. There's a little post here up there, but it's quite steep. I don't know whether my knee's gonna take it. I'll get out the famine village first, out to the Carrive townland. We'll have a wee juke in around there, see how I'm feeling. Whether we can tackle that today. I got such a kick the other night. Do you ever try and move your foot but you forget to lift your foot and you turn? That's what happened, and my knee popped again. So I just have to be a bit more careful on looking after this knee before I do some real long-term damage. So yeah, we'll just keep following this wee path until we get out to the wee cottages. Here's the start of our little boardwalk. It's like clicking on ours. There we go. I don't know how long this goes on for. So it is very, very heavily overgrown, but again guys, this is a little bog. So we have a path here, and we have a path there. So here is our little village. Again, it's all in Irish, English on the right. Here we are. So during the Great Famine of 1845 to 49, the farming and working classes of South Armagh suffered from extreme starvation. In 1849, 200 residents from Carrive and the surrounding townlands emigrated in search of better life. They travelled to Mourne Port and boarded the ship Hannah, bound for Canada. After 26 days at sea, the ship hit ice off Nova Scotia and sank. Some survivors clung to the ice overnight and were rescued by passing ships the following day. There we go. So what way do we go? There is a little signpost here. So how do we get to these? Right, it looks like there's a little opening here, just where I was standing reading the sign. I take it because this isn't cut back. Guys, let's see if we like. We can get in here. There's probably an easier way, but it's really badly overgrown. And there's a lot of spiky thorns. Here we are. Get these out of the way. This is one of them. can't really see them. This is one. This is the one that was coming up on Google Maps. 3 wee cottages. 2, 3. There's not much left of them, is there? Old window frame. We'll get the drone up, we'll have a better look at it. We got a few wee shots of the actual cottages themselves, so there's about 4 in total. It's very heavily overgrown, as you can see. To get up to here, you would have seen it in the previous little clip there earlier, where it's just because this is a bog, and just because it's so heavily overgrown, it's just nature's taking over it. And I don't think anybody's going to come out to trim it back. So if you are coming up here, hiking boots, put hiking boots on. I'd put a thicker pair of trousers. I have a very thin light pair of hiking trousers on today with no like protective around my shins here, so I was getting pricked by every friggin' thistle and thorn there on the way through. But yeah, so the mountain there over that direction is Croslieve. The actual watchtower, I believe, was up there where that mast is. And that was named Gulf 40, I think it was. Looking at some of the history parts of it, it was called Gulf 40. It was dismantled in 2006. But anything that was brought up there would have been brought up by helicopter. That would have been as what they called heliops. There would have been nothing brought up by trucks or anything, but there is a little path. There's like a little farmer's trail that will zigzag up this mountain here. But yeah, that is Croslieve. Just in the base of Fork Hill. You can go up in between these dips, but I'm just not fighting fit at the minute. So I'm not, my knees constantly cracking, so it is. Another couple more weeks and then we'll maybe hit the hills again. We'll make our way down to this mass rock here, and I'll get the drone up around there and we'll try and get some nice shots of it. Yeah, and we'll head back down towards that way there. Just give you a rough idea what this is going to be like walking back from these little cottages here. I thought they would have been a wee bit like Barnavay, you know, they would have had like a little pitch part on them, but they seem to have taken them all down. They're not like the picture that they have on the actual sign, this little green sign here where they have like the little pitch part off the roof, like where the eaves would be. And there's no corrugated roof on them. So this looks like the remains of one here as well. So there's possibly another one here. There, yeah, that one and this one. So there was 4 here, possibly 5. There's another one there. So there's 5 cottages, or they could have been outhouses. Outhouses for the 3 cottages. Yeah, so this is what you're coming up against. But we're using the poles here. Yeah, it's tougher coming back than what it was going in. Yeah, and just when I come back away, I went up along here, over the top of this one here. I'm just moving these with the stakes. Stakes are handy, guys, because they can just push all this bracken and like it's catching my feet and everything. There we are. Just have to watch these ticks here, guys. There's not much to them. There we are. Right, we're going to head back down. See what I mean? The way it's been. I had the little tin roofs and then had the chimney pots. So they've taken it down, and it looks to me like there's part of the window frame. So they've taken all of this up, away, and they've kind of like just maybe repointed it and strengthened it maybe. Because it looks to me like it's a dry stone wall, and that was cemented back there. So yeah, they've taken all this away. So I guess it's pity now. I would have liked to have seen what it was like before they did all this, took all that away. Right, let's head back to the wee Mass Cross. I have to remember, coming back off the boardwalk, to take the left down below the actual crucifix. See, the boardwalk's not that long. Nice wee seat. But we're going left here, around the front. I'm thinking this is probably where the bit, obviously the way to give mass or service. Let's get the drone up. It's just a haven of butterflies. Look at the big red aminals. Wow. Look. It's definitely worth coming along here if you're into your nature. There's loads of them here. But it's very heavily overgrown, but don't know how much more of this there is. But that's gorgeous. I'm really glad I came up here today. Oh, yeah. I'm just getting the odd fly now and again. So, no midgies, guys. Hopefully I don't scud myself, but no midgies. There's loads of bees as well. I know it's a little beetle. What are you getting there? See? See, this is a digital camera, guys, so the zoom's not great on it. I'll just make sure to step over the top of him, don't squish him. Yeah. But come on, look at this, isn't it? Guys, for such a short wee walk, it's going to be about 1.3 miles. Isn't it beautiful? It's very, the only downside, guys, is there's a lot of dog walkers. And there's a lot of mess. It's the only downside, but keep your eyes on the footpath. Whether we track, and you can avoid it. See, it's not all over the place, but there's parts where there's the odd one now and again. I'm not just nearly back. It's very, very hot today, look at this. Little caterpillar. Not cool. You can see that. And then bees, loads of bees. I haven't seen so many bees in a long time. There we are. That's his bag. Right, let's see what we ended up doing. I think it's about 1.4 miles maybe. It's 1.4 miles. 1.4.
I've heard every baby I'll do better, every promise wrapped in smoke and gin. You come back with Sunday letters, but I know where that road's been. There's a dent in your tailgate story and a crack in your silver grin. I ain't pouring faith on